Okay, this seems to work. It seems to work. Brilliant. Well, in that case, hello, and welcome back to new Kerbal Space Program live stream here on the Spaceship YouTube channel. So I've actually planned something for today, but before we're gonna jump into that and discuss what I'm actually planning to do, it's a lot of small things. So today's live stream won't be like most of my previous ones, running towards the 2 hour mark. So the plan is for a bit over 1 hour ish. But anyway, so before I'm going to talk about that, I'm just quickly going to double check whether the audio actually works. So just give me 1 second. Okay, brilliant. The audio works. So without further ado, here's today's plan. So I've been actually to my... I think I've never actually talked about that. So I got myself... Well, I've had for actually the entire time of me having this YouTube channel, 2 different desktop PCs. Well, one was the new one, kind of, or is the new one, and the other one is the old one. Even though the old one is perfectly fine, good specs, still working properly without any without any issues actually, and I can play KSP and pretty much all the games I ever want to play on that thing without problems. And there's like the newer one that is 2 years newer and has a bit more 8 GB more RAM, so pretty good for video editing. So that's actually why the preview window finally is working on my video editing software. And yeah, but the point is that my old save, or my old thingies from prior to the military service, kind of those videos were on the older one, and during the military service I decided to swap the 2 PCs in terms of where they are placed in the apartment. So now I'm primarily using the newer one for most of the recordings, most of my everyday utility usage of a PC and so on and so forth, and the secondary, kind of the other one, is more or less used for, well, other intents and purposes, but from those the biggest usage is Elite Dangerous, so all the Elite Dangerous content was made on the other one. Anyway, so the point is that my KSP save files are on the other PC, and they're ones where I've been kind of testing a few things out there. I actually saw a concept that I've been developing for one of the videos prior to my service that I completely forgot about, and that would be a launch platform. So, and that's where we are going to be kind of taking off and starting today. So we or in that case, well, actually, yeah, we were going to develop some sort of ICBM type of thing. So, well, ICBMs are obviously for war purposes, aka intercontinental ballistic missile. There you go. That's a fun thing, I guess. But the idea is making some sort of launcher vehicle, so kind of a truck, or, well, actually, yes, a truck that can launch that thing. And further developing kind of on this, well, kind of that's the main craft I'm going to build today. But the entire idea and purpose will be to kind of, or the story, I guess you can call it, the story would be setting up a Kerbal defense institution base, kind of an air base type of thing, with those rockets that are there for defensive purposes, be that just against I don't know what, or asteroids, or who knows, something along those lines. And we're going to build that kind of defensive air base at the North Pole. So that's more or less the idea, and that kind of comes up with a new kind of challenge, getting all the infrastructure, not just from the runway or from the desert airfield to 500 meters next to it, but getting that entire thing over to the North Pole. And that's today's plan, I presume. Oh, hello and welcome to the stream, Julio. So nice to have you back again. Okie dokie. So I guess the first thing to start is making that main defensive rocket, or kind of the basis where we can actually built underneath the launch vehicle, and then we can build around that the transport vehicle, kind of that type of thing. So we need something rather small that can go pretty fast and get obviously into orbit. Kind of that's the requirements in my opinion. So we're gonna go with a Octo 2 as the as the primary control guidance unit. And oh, by the way, I've actually installed MagChap. I actually wanted to try out MagChap for one of my progress project that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, and this is a huge thing, but it said it didn't work with kind of MagChap there, so it's not really useful in that case. But anyways, I'm working on a really interesting and really big project, so you can really look forward to that. The first video, I think there will be 4 at least, maybe a 5th one, and well, actually at least 5, maybe a 6th one, so in that case. So the first video of that new series will be coming out in, I guess, a week, or maybe 1.5 weeks. It depends whether I can get the last chapter, or the last part of the series, recorded in the near future, or not. But, yeah. So much on that topic, so you can really look forward to a really nice thing. So if you like ambitious goals, then that will be a great video for you. Anyway, so back to talking about today's mission, not just trying to hype everybody for that, even though hyping is a good thing. Hello and welcome to the stream, the best for now. So, I'd say we go with one small battery just to have some, some additional electricity, so that this thing will not just be dead in the water after pretty much no time at all. And now on to the, well, I want to say kind of maneuvering capabilities, but it is supposed to be kind of a, well, warhead is not quite the right terminology, I think, but for all intents and purposes, let's go with that. So I'm going to go with one RCS tank, and then we're going to smack RCS blocks around it. Pretty much in the center of mass. Well, the center of mass. More or less it will go up anyways. And underneath, well, frankly, let's give it one small communitron to be able to communicate. And on the other side, let's stick it at the very top here. And on the other side of the probe, we'll smack on one small solar panel, or let's just go for the top actually. Rotating it. At least some electricity. Good. Then small state separator. Take like, come on. What do you mean with take like, come on? Sorry, I don't quite get what you mean with that. Okay, so now detachment here, and after that I'd say we go with one. We might as well go with just a small, very small fairing. Let's go with a very small fairing. The smaller the better actually. So like that, there you go. Then we will go for as black and white, orange color, gold or silver. I actually like to have a black painting, like just black, pure black, but whatever. Then one medium stage, can we go here black, well dark is the darkest one, or we can go with, well, orange. No, let's go with dark. Let's have a look. So the OCS is for maneuvering back and forth. Then this stage here, well, the question is, are you going for Terrier? Seems to be total overkill in terms of thrust, frankly speaking. Well, have we got here vacuum 2000? Well, almost 3 times like TWR, or 3 thrust to weight ratio. So totally overkill, but overkill so good. And then we can slap on probably like this will ditch the fairing first, and definitely a clamshell. Then as the main propulsion stage, I think going with a swivel, so regular like one big fuel tank and a swivel. Swivel, there we go, swivel. Bang. 2,000 and another 2,000, that's 4,000 Delta V. With that, you get pretty much everywhere. Well, everywhere, like you get pretty much you get everywhere on Kerbin. That's what I'm trying to say. So the, let's call it ICBM goals are good enough. But the only issue, how can we get this one onto a truck that is kind of big enough to fit into a cargo hold? So that's the next biggest challenge. There we go. You fit in here, like just from the dimensions. Yes, I'd say this is just barely, but it works. So that's pretty much checked out. That's called ICBM. ICBM. There we go. Okay, so no comments there. Okie dokie. Great, brilliant. What, that added so much weight. Okay, interesting. Anyways, should we go for... Yeah, let's go for this one. Let's leave it like that. Okay, now we can take you. Actually, switch editor. Great. There we go. And zooming a bit in there. Now we need a decoupler, again like a regular one, level 1 decoupler, like this, and you two need to be in the same stage, everything else is okay, good. Now we want to have a hinge. We go with one of the big hinges. Like, no. No. I know what way I wanted to have. There we go. Actually, no, I don't. I want to have it. There we. Is it this way? Let's just smack this one here and have a look. My brain just froze, frankly speaking. Brain freeze here. Yeah, like this. There we go. No. Now figured out. Okay, good. Actually, let's go like that. Okay, finally. He seems like I figured out what I wanted to do. Okay, so 90 and 0. Going to go for 90 on you. Actually, let's go just for 88, so just for stability purposes. And 0. Great, brilliant. So like that. And traverse rate rather slow. Let's go for 13%. Brilliant. Otherwise, stability issues. Oh, that's another issue. The fins here. So I guess we'll go down with only 3 fins. We could go with 3 fins. Let's use this one here. That will still be in symmetry. Do a slight bit of clipping here just to get it more into it. Welcome to the stream, Bobby Reed. This is Strato Launcher. Well, no, the idea is to have this rocket on a truck, and then you have a mobile launch platform. And further, continuing that notion, but bringing it a bit further, getting this truck into. Yeah, I know, but I think, well, 90 is fine here in terms of angles, but 88, I thought about it. If you, this thing is quite heavy compared to what we're going to build right now, so if the center of mass is being shifted, that's just regular momentum, and the center of mass is that high up, then you probably will tip over the other side. Actually, you will tip over. I've tried it. Something similar. So that's why 88 is actually even better than 90 in terms of stability issues when lifting the kind of when traversing. So like I said, then we're going to build now a truck underneath, well, launching a launcher, and this launcher is supposed to go into a cargo bay. That's the idea, so into that kind of thing. So we have to keep it rather small. So that's the the plan. Let's call it like that. The plan is that. Model rocket. Well, yeah, it is for Kerbal standards very small. Well, it is actually pretty small, but it can get into orbit, I think. I haven't tried it out. But I think, well, it should get into orbit. Just barely, but it should. That's the important thing. Well, barely. Some decent margin, actually, I get. Well, 4,000, like 300 meters margin. Like, you go with approximately 4,000 meters per second are what you need to get into low Kerbal orbit. Like, approximately. Actually, I've never really tested it out. Just always went, yeah, that should work out, that's enough. And then it was most of the times enough. Where was I? Oh yeah, exactly. Building structural... Oh, we can use the new one, well, not the new ones, but the ones from the DLC, actually. So, the big one... Too big probably already. No, that's it. Whoa. The symmetry, please, thank you. That's actually pretty much dead on. Wait. Oh, okay, now I get what you... No, this one is 90. This one here has to be like 3 degrees. Let's leave it like that, 3 degrees. Brilliant. So now you go for 3. You gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah, like that. Great. Okay. No, that's right. That's everything's a-okay. Let's have a look here. Have we got... Let's go for dark. We're going to build something dark here. Well, dark. Something that shouldn't be visible from everywhere. Actually, let's use the rocket. Wait, first reroute the part. You're my new route part. Good. Now you be like angled up. Great. Now you can continue building this truck-like structure. Approximately this length. Is that correct? A bit long, actually. Can take the last one away and start building something smaller. Take this panel. That's almost too small, frankly speaking. Let's go for it still. Just double time and... What's wrong with you? Why aren't you... Why is the symmetry not working? Okay, let's try rerouting the part again for this one. You're the root part. Now, give me symmetry. What kind of joke is that? I want to have symmetry on the left and on the right, like always. Let's just try smacking it on like that. There we go, now the symmetry is working. Brilliant. Okay, so wait, where was I? Yeah, right, like 1 or 2 structural panels, 1 smaller size. Now you're like the big size. You small, like 2 of the small ones. Now I can smack on a command module or crew cabin. Like that's exactly a crew cabin. There we go. Crew cabin in 1 time symmetry, please. 1 time symmetry, just No, that's to one side. In the middle place, my dear cabin, like right. Come on. Well, in that case, I don't care. You will be. Is that clipping? Just a tiny tad. Well, in that case, let's leave it actually on the side. With that, we will have less clipping. Then I'm going to smack on some batteries and other interesting bits and pieces to this side. Well, if you delete your comment, I don't know what you're typing actually. Yeah, let's go for 2 of these, and we can go and smack on some. Let's smack some solar panels on top of that thing, and then we can go with some sort of antenna for communication. Since this is a probe core, presuming something took out the entire Kerbal Space Program, like KSC relay network, we need some way to control this craft. Right, so we'll go with an antenna. Well, with a relay dish in that case. And this is just perfect fit for this type of thing here. So let's use first some small, there we go, like this thing, it's called adapter. And then we can put on the relay network here. Well, relay dish. Brilliant. Looks kind of weird actually. Let's just make it a tiny bit small angle here. Looks better. Great. And well, we need some sort or some form of docking as well. Some sort of form of docking. Well, I don't want to smack on a docking port here in the front of the rover cabin thingy. So that leaves us pretty much with 2 options. Option 1, open airlock. I mean, can we get a regular docking port here? No, we can't. Now in that case, you're a goner. You're not gonna make it. So docking port. So docking port check. Now we just need to build. That would be so weird. Getting a cargo bay. This is sandbox. Well, I'm doing most of my streams in the sandbox. Well, I'm doing all my streams in the sandbox mode, and actually most of the French speaking since. Well, there is a career playthrough, career mode playthrough on my channel as a playlist, but I haven't actually continued there. I am thinking about picking it up again, though I'm not quite sure yet. But if you're interested in career mode, well, in that case, just tell me and I'm going to resume the campaign the next time I'm going to play some KSP. Well, and record it, obviously. And not just doing a stream regularly. Well, not just. Since I like doing streams. Streams are a lot of fun, but well, and the other issue with career mode, I didn't really get a lot of. Well, that sounds a bit. Well, I didn't really want to sound like that, but in the career mode, pretty much no one was really watching the videos, so that was also one of the reasons why I stopped doing the career mode. So if you're interested, however, in me doing career mode, then it's something different, and we can definitely figure that out and work with that as well. Now, this notion here, is that even possible? Let's presume. Can we attach something to that docking port? That's the question. Let's take one of the. Well, let's just use this one here and be like. Yeah. Well, you can do this one, but then this node is occupied, and I don't want this node to be occupied, if you understand what I mean. I could, however, go for. Well, let's try. Well, payload. There you go. Payload. Are you also attachable to this node here? Yes, you are. Brilliant. And then we need to go for a bunch of no, that's not going to work. We need oops, there you go. First a bit more of other things to extend the stocking nose further out. Then we can do this. Then we can do now we can do give me the cargo bay, thank you. Whoa. Okay, good, in that case no. Do this, brilliant. Now we have this one pretty much centered in. Great, so this works. And then we can, where is it? Well, let's just take another fuselage. And you are now in the cargo bay, and this is working. Just for stability's sake, going to strut a few things here together, like you and you, and you and you, and once detaching, we will actually, the struts will disappear as well. Brilliant. Now, we're gonna take this one off. That's still attachable, right? Yeah, right. Then you're my sub-assembly to build the airplane around you later. Now we have to build some wheels. Take the docking port on the side. Docking port on the side. What do you mean with that? Docking port on the side. I mean, you can't really attach something to the side of the cargo bay. Well, you can, but tedious, annoying, kind of that kind of thing. Or what do you mean? Anyways, first we have to build some wheels. That's a given. And the question is, how much space do we have? Well, we have a lot of space underneath, and on the top is just a bit critical with tail fin. Whatever, the tail fin may be clipping, I don't care. Well, we could actually just make it down a bit, so in that case, okay, I should open that up to get the right thing again. One. So you like, either we go with the small wheels, well, with the tiny wheels, frankly speaking, or we go with a couple of the, well, the main question actually, let's go with these ones. The main question actually is more whether to build some sort of underneath sort of girder section for more stability and more first steel panel, like on this one here. Well, this is where the docking port actually attaches to. Like, if I'm gonna take just a new one, it is attached to the central node here. You see, to this one here, it's attached to that node. It's not attached to the stop being attached now to this one here. This is the docking port now, and then I'm going to downshift it actually later on to get the entire thing a bit lower into the cargo bay to get the wheels. Well, actually, speaking of the wheels, is that actually too wide? Now that's my next concern. So see here again to the central node here, that's where we're going to attach that. That's definitely too wide. We need definitely well, that's symmetry actually. Okay, a girder segment to get these wheels if we're going to use these ones underneath. Well, in that case, time to build a long girder segment. Girder segment. We need only one of them. Oh no, two probably on this one. No, let's just stick with one underneath. Let's take a cubic. Cubic, like, yeah, and then go with you. That's pretty much in the center. Just a tiny tad underneath. There you go, brilliant. Now you can go with these ones. There you go. Yeah, that's fine enough. Now we can take the wheel and smack it underneath. We get multiple of them here in the back for stability of the okay, that's definitely better without the rigid attachment thingy. And you get move a bit lower, there we go. And then we'll go with 2 more. Let's go with 2 here, like 4 in total. There we go. U6 are not steerable. Not steerable. Not steerable. You get more brakes in terms of 75 each, while 80 is good enough. 75. There you go. And you're steerable. Brilliant. Great. That looks actually pretty good. Now I'm gonna take you without symmetry, 0 symmetry. Well, there we go. That's what happened when you have symmetry on accidentally. There you go. Is there something else underneath there? Yeah, there's some weird glitchy thing. Good. Now, oh, now I just deleted the entire contraption. God damn it. In that case, again, we have first 1 docking port, and we have a second docking port, and then we have 2 reaction wheels. Then we can attach this one here. Now we move this one. Control Z. We move. What exactly do we move? We move. You a bit up, so to make you fit here, and now I have to reroute. There you go. That's the issue. You the root part. Now we can reroute you. Well, just drag you guys over, and a bit high, a bit low. Tiny tad over, tiny bit up. Great, the wheels are not touching the bay. No, now approximately they're touching. Well, it's a bit on this side, so move tiny bit over. Okay, good, no clipping there. Now just pray that this one's still work. No, this one will be definitely clipping. So in that case, make the winglets even smaller. That's good. Now onto the detachment segment. Great, brilliant. That fits. Now let's see if it's closed. Still fitting? No, it's not. In that case, we have to prolong the cargo bay. The question is just by 1 or 2 segments. That looks good. That looks, well, barely. Anyways, let's make that count. That's good enough in my opinion. Good, now let's go and add a few struts. Struts are the best friends. The best friends you'll ever have. In terms of Kerbal Space Program and ridiculous constructions. Great, brilliant. Now, that's, I guess, all of it. Now I just have to build some sort of big plane that can carry this thing to the North Pole. Brilliant. On the left. You mean to the steel plate on the left? Uh, we got it centered even with the offset tool, so that's good. Good enough. Maybe this thing should work anyways. Let's go and add a fuel tank. Do we need that much fuel? Let's go just this one here. This fuel tank, then passenger cabin. Do we need a passenger cabin? Why not? Passengers. We need some staff to operate this craft. This weird contraption there. I mean, they can't be just sitting inside it. I need some leg room, right? Next up, we need. Well, let's go with this nose cone in tray. And now comes the interesting part. Airplane wings, airplane wings, airplane wings. Okay, so okay. I'm kind of thinking about actually adding first an additional layer of fuel tanks. So let's build this one first. Actually, let's go and get now where I've got that engine nacelle. There you go. Let's take a supersonic intake followed by an engine pre-cooler, and that should give us enough performance. And I just turn it around. Somehow like that. Brilliant. That's exactly the way I wanted to have. There we go. Now we'll have this one approximately. Then we get some adjustable intakes. Actually, let's move the tent head backwards. There we go. And now go for a wing contraption. Wing contraption, wing contraption, wing contraption, wing contraption. This one here. Is up. No, that's straight. Brilliant. Then followed by. Let's go like this and like there, like that. Okay, that would just look weird now having these humongous wings, right? And I would really like to use them. They're not enough lift if I were to smack them. If I were to use them here, there you go. I mean, this one looks not even that bad now. If you clip the other wings through these ones. Well, maybe not with this extension back here, if I were to... No, not this one, please. Type B, no. That's pretty much the same one. Let's type D. Yeah, something like that, and then... I mean, I'm frankly speaking a bit unsure whether this will provide... Is it that difficult to get them on the same... Okay, now I just can't even figure out how they work. There we go. No, that's the way. Brilliant. Now you can just... Well, actually, let's use another one of these ones. Move them in, move them there. Good. Now you can go for a... Some fins here for more control, and then a... Where is it? No, not this one. Big tail fin. Big tail fin. Yeah, there it is. Go for this one. And elevated elevators. Elevated elevators. Brilliant. Actually, let's give me a big ass one. There we go. And now a 3. Good. Now you will have only pitch. Only pitch. You can do everything, that's fine by me. You can get, you only have your center of lift is above and quite far back, so let's move this entire contraption back. Back. If the center of lift is too far back, let's move the entire contraption back. Brilliant. It's probably the best idea I've ever came up with. We can put in fuel here, so let's like this, something like that, it'll be like this, something like that. There you go. Make it a tad shorter. Onto engines we go. Well, that's actually a good question. I guess I go with a whiplash, like 2 whiplashes here, after the engine pre-cooler. Get most of a lot of thrust. And now the question is, do we go with the Goliath turbofan jet engines underneath the wings here and fly it like that to the North Pole? That would be a reasonable, I guess, design. Not a fast, but a reasonable design. My eyes. That's a reasonable one. The faster option would be taking away the big aeroplane fins, this fin, the big wings, and making out of this a suborbital hub. Not SST, just plain rocket plane that can go suborbital. I mean, I like the looks of it, frankly speaking. This looks pretty neat. But these ones don't take a lot of heating, that's the issue. They do look neat though, they do really look neat. And we have decent thrust here. Now these ones don't even want to go supersonic, and with subsonic speeds we're never gonna get them. So let's ditch at least those ones and have a look at the engine nacelles. If we were to smack on some engine nacelles but not pointing downwards, please. That's something I don't want to have on the airplane, thank you. Well, that's now an overkill. No, god darn it, not the entire bloody wing. Just in this, you gotta be really kidding me, huh? Okay, again, just carefully placing them on the wing. Really happy. You know what? Let's place them on the wing and rotate them down. Oh, that's clipping. And a bit further down. That's better. Brilliant. Now taking circular intake, because well, we're not gonna go that fast. Brilliant. And rapiers. Why rapiers? We have some oxidizer here, so why not? In that case, I would still suggest going shock nose. Shock cone. Well, then we'll go shock cone. That's a detail, frankly speaking. And another. And they have pretty much 0 thrust on low speed thrust. There you go. Low speed thrust. Ba-bam. This one looks just ugly here. Really ugly. I'd rather have another engine like here somewhere. But then the spacing would also ruin the looks. Or we could be like just add it underneath here somewhere, somehow. The other side, or the other idea here, wait, there you go. We can take you away. Well, not the rapier in that sense. Leave the nose cone here like that. That's fine. And take another 2 whiplash. They provide more thrust. Now I'm going to have a look at the thrust. Well, how the thrust will go. And you. These are all... Maybe there are 2 missing. There we go. Good. Now some undercarriage. We'll go with the 1 large in the front. And 2 extra large in the back. Well, that's almost too far in the back, but bear with me. Well, actually, that's not even that bad in terms of fuel. If you're empty, I'm gonna go a bit back, so yeah, whatever. Let's call this one ICBM plus transport. Nah. Yeah, no, it's transport. Let's just leave it to transporter. And then action groups. I like action groups. Probably never thought about that, right? Toggle engine and that, well, toggle engine obviously as well. Toggle engine and that 2 switch mode and switch mode. And oh, maybe have some control surfaces on the wings. That would be also helpful, I'd say. So helpful. Helpful 1. Come on. There we go. How helpful 2. Do you want to go for a 3rd one? Like here. You're just being... You are... no control. Deploy angle. You're going to be deployed as an air brake. Brakes... You... Toggle, no, toggle deploy, there we go. Brilliant. And you will have no roll, but the outer one has roll. Great. Let's test it out. Quickly tabbing out, having a look here at things. Good, brilliant. Okay, so back in here. Oh, maybe some more auto struts. That's something I totally forgot. You have auto struts, while you're less likely to take a lot of stress. Well, you're just immediately the attached one. You go auto strut as well, and you go auto strut as well. Brilliant. That's was allowed engagement, right? So let's go full thrust. And actually, wait. We do settings, volume, master point. Let's go like that. Well, frankly speaking, I think going with the desert runway would be closer to the North Pole, right? Anyways, this is just a test flight. Well, it wants to nose up, that's perfect. And take off. How it wants to dip down as well, so... I mean, that's good enough, in my eyes. Just let's have a look at the fuel levels. Oh, I know what I forgot. apart from attaching action groups to this thing. Wait, why is this one clipped in there so much? Well, okay. Disable crossfeed, otherwise we're gonna drain fuel from here. That's not the goal. And you really are somehow clipped in there. I'm gonna figure that out later as well. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, now let's close you. Yeah, you need some more struts. Yeah, testing, exactly. More struts and figured out that the thing is somehow clipping. That's ridiculous. So let's open this one up again and check why you're clipping. Maybe I'm gonna actually smack in an additional cargo bay to win. Like a cargo bay segment. So like you were supposed. Wait, let's actually take no. You're in the new route part. Yeah, right. Obviously, you are the new route part. Zoom. Give me more camera. I'm gonna figure that out here. So you are attached to nothing. Brilliant. You are attached to what exactly? Let's go and take you as my new attachment point here. Come on. Now attached to the Rapier engine. That's... Come on. Don't be diva. That's something I really hate about the game. You attaching the things exactly the way you want them to attach. Well, to the part you want them to. Okay, now. You are somehow, somewhere like that. That's not good. So you need to be here. Frankly speaking, not the... Okay, so like... Good, now I have a decent clearance. So what are you attached to? You are attached to the... So if I were to... No. Yes. Okay. I've been using the entire thing here. So there we go. Now that looks a lot... No. Yes, there we go. Now that's the way it's supposed to be actually. Now you have this. Where's the other part that I've detached somewhere with the relay? Relay. There we go. It's up there. There you go. So well, now I need to attach you again. Smart. So you go. You go up there, and now you go. Zooming and zooming. Okay, so I want to get you low, so that means I want to get you with the entire other thing higher up. There we go, brilliant. Now I can detach you and zoom out and attach you to this one, right? Pretty please. That's one of the things. Probably that's not gonna work, right? It cost the entire bloody cargo bay and such. That just looks ridiculous. Is that even attached to the one? Oh, well, it seems to be attached. At least I think it thinks it is attached to your docking port. Even though it doesn't really look that way, frankly speaking. I'm gonna test this one out just in a sec. But first, well, yeah, it is. So you can go back a tad, you can go this way a tad, and then you two, well, not that close, sitting on each other. Now you look like you are attached. Brilliant. Well, back to struts are your best friends. I'm not going to take that that statement back because that's just literally the truth. Now you can go down a tad. What do I have with attached? There's a bit going down a bit here, going down a bit there. That's looks pretty much reasonable, like manageable. You go back as you can see wheels. Okay, now great. Now you two just strut the rocket. Well, actually, just strut the craft down there and be like good friends there. Great, brilliant. Now you can close the hatch, close the cargo doors again, close them. Auto strut root pod, please. Great grandparent pod, root pod doesn't really matter in that case here. You be heaviest pod, root pod, fine. And just for safety's sake, give me just 2 additional struts, like, you know, like duct tape. Can never have enough. Or better a bit more than a bit than missing some. And now you have to do this one with the engines again. Painful. So you like pretty much everything apart from this decoupler. Anyway, it's already started pulling them down. Might as well do it till the very end. Good, save, start, go. And the crew members, so you have more SAS control. And more crew members. Do we even have some? Let's check that one. And sadly my tea is already gone. No, we don't have, so that's definitely for the next test flight going to happen. And control from here if that's not clear yet. And go. Taking off, brilliant. Now let's check whether we're still, how's it called, clipping in there. No, that looks reasonable. Well, now clipping, but that's not an issue. Let's go and fly to the island runway as a test flight. See if this thing can do some some not fighter-like turns, but just some reasonable turns. Seems actually pretty okay. Thrust to weight ratio is also pretty good. The bigger issue, or the other test, will you survive time like physics warp 2 times? No issues. And 3 times? Let's go and test it. Barely. This is starting to come apart, but okay. And we passed the sound barrier. Also pretty decent. Pretty good. So maybe some air brakes just as a additional way of braking, because I don't want to pull too many G's right now. Oh, we do have air brakes. Right, we have like you. Well, like you two should, you should maybe deploy direction inverted. That would make more sense, right? Do we even have a good deployment, like maximum deployment angle? Not really good at that, right? Well, in that case, let's come from the other side of the island runway. But at high speeds, it does not really want to pull too many G's. Or is it just because without thrust? Well, thrust vectoring on these two is pretty good, actually. No, 4. We're 4 of each. It is rather maneuverable, actually. I'm positively surprised by this. Okay, so we've got now 1 hour into the stream, brilliant. So we're pretty much done with the craft, that's also good. So flying this to the North Pole might actually take too long in my opinion. Let's have a look, where's the North Pole? Up north. Let's actually go and take the Boomerang side and be like, from the Boomerang side, that's just probably like 200 kilometers or something. Do we have to go over this one, or it will be after this one if we continue flying? Let's have a look. After, if we continue flying. So in the meantime, we can just deploy car. Whoa, 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 whoa! Pull up, 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 pull up. Shouldn't have paid too much attention to the to the Map screen. There you go. So, and we have the. We cannot launch this one from the. Oh, definitely we can do that. We can do that. That's not an issue. Come on. Launch. There you go. Boomerang launch site. And now let's add some crew members. We need at least. Well, we need. Go to the astronaut complex. We need more crew members. Oh, there we go. Now we have a pilot, an engineer, and I need at least 2 pilots in the pilot cockpit. Not in the crew compartment. The cockpit. Not. God darn it. Okay, we've got 4 crews here. In the line again, we need an engineer and an engineer. That's fine. Good. Brilliant. In that case, let's launch. Do I have some water staying around here? I'm a bit thirsty. Just came back actually, just half an hour prior to starting the stream. I came back from a small vacation, so that's also why the stream wasn't announced and so spontaneous. So yeah, maybe not that many viewers. Though I hope you really like and were able to get here. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. And whoa! What's that supposed to mean? Let's try again. Just spawning the plane upside down. What's that supposed to be? Like, really? You're not supposed to set the plane up that way. I mean, the other way, like 180 degrees apart. Whoa. Okay, so it is somehow clipping into the side. No, don't explode. Okay, and even more explosions. Maybe I should actually go back into the editor, but since we're already kind of somewhere, might as well check are the brakes working. Brakes. There we go, brilliant. I'm gonna check this here. Open you and open you. Whoa, that's actually pretty. Well, okay, it's on a slope, so yeah, that's more reasonable. Okay, test you. Not the crew thingy. Okay, so you're like I thought, you cannot even detach this one here. Okay, well, we do have to actually go back and do a few things here. Okay, let's go and have a look at. Wait, we're no longer in the spaceplane hangar. That's kind of a bummer. No, let's go back to the spaceplane. It's just a lot more relaxed here to build this kind of contraption. Okay, so in that case, you do look like you were actually attached to that thing, but you are not. Wait, let's. Okay, good. Let's have like you're the cargo bay. So what exactly is the issue for what you? What is hindering me to attach that entire thing? You, maybe. I don't really think that was the issue, but yes, there we go. That's the issue. That was the issue. Brilliant. Attached. Now I can go and add these two back in the center here. Perfect. And close you. Brilliant. Perfect. And wait, which one was it? The last one was a bit wobbling, so we can go in and auto strut you as well. Perfect. And since we're already here, can increase the braking force so that it's not just peanuts there. And save. Now you can go into the editor. Now you can take Well, I thought the cockpit was actually the root pod. My bad. So in that case, you like that. I'm gonna. That's a bit high, right? That should suffice. And boomerang launch site. Go. Again, a quite long loading screen actually. There we go. Okay, we are. The payload is wait. Okay, it is on top of the runway thingy, launch pad. This is wobbling like I don't understand what. Okay, so we guess we have to strut these things together. That's weird, frankly speaking. In that case, let's just open this and open that and get moving a tiny bit. Dun dun dun. So the plane is a-okay. Now you can just stop here. You can lower. What's that? Approximately like that. Great. Now you can be the couple. Now you can wait. We have what exactly? Yes, you. So you. What crew hatch? No. There you go. I wasn't even on that thing. So driving back is not working. Oh well, of course, if the brakes are still engaged. Very smart of me. What's the issue where you're stuck? Let's try driving away in that. The plane has, obviously, because we dumped the crew members. Brilliant. Well, let's go again back to the VAB. To this one here. And you need to open this one, please, again. And we need to let's go back to rerouting here, the route part, and we can just take you away, and then we can zoom here in. Great. So go for strut working. You strut to this. You strut to this. The one in the very back there. You strut to this somehow. And you strut this, and like pretty much everything strut yourselves, preferably, but that's not gonna work, right? Like that. There we go. Next up, pilots. Yeah, let's check. If you open this, I kind of have the feeling it's a bit too long. So you two, my friends. Strip this until we detach it. Then you can do really like poof and go away. In that case, I mean, we got it almost out of it, and I think if we were to accelerate the plane, it would work. So in that case, close this and this. Back into the crew sec. Now we've got 2 crew members here, and let's smack in at least 2 more down here, and then you can switch the editor, go and set the plane up, and we go again for, come on, give me Boomerang launch site, go. What's with my internet connection? I think that the thing actually just disconnected for just a second. Came just to pop up here. Connection to connection lost, connection regained. Really weird. Okay, so you're bumping around. That's not great, I presume. Let's just go. And you be like limited to 70. Great. And stop. And well, actually, these ones are somehow not in there. Okay, weird. So in that case, you be there, you be decouple, you be like which one? You breaks away. You guys are this one. Okay, okay, now we can't even move the rover. What? Why that? Why is that now the case? What's the issue? It's wobbling. Great, brilliant. Why is like only the undercarriage going out? Why is only kind of half of it going and the other half is not going? And why is the rocket bouncing around like... Oh god, goodness gracious, I guess we have to work on that more auto strut. Okay, or we can just be like, you, and you say just goodbye. Like, for real, I put in some additional crew members, and what's the goddamn issue here? I just put in some crew members, and it was like, oh no, you don't need crew members, let's actually take them out again. What's that supposed to mean? No joke there, really, that's not fun. And why is now this one again? Like, why does it always revert back to being so weirdly glitchy? Not the goddamn solar panel, but rather the... Okay, because you're the root part. Brilliant. Okay, thank you. So give me this one as a root part. Now take two. You move forward. Move to this side. Move forward. More forward. And side. There you go. Like that. Brilliant. Good. And you auto strut to previous one. And open up this one. You auto strutted. This one place auto strut to this one. And you something like that kind of part. Good. And what's up with this weird weird kind of rover wheel contraption here? Why is it the way it is? It is supposed to be here, more or less, and not that far back, but rather like this, more or less. Let's have a look from this point of view. Where is it? It's like as if it's actually mirrored somehow. Like everything here, like entire control. Okay, no, that's not what I meant actually. No, I just took out everything. Brilliant. You are what? You're the right one, but you're just some weird something. At least somehow attached to the entire thing. So there we go. Okay, this one seems more like it. Centered, good. Now go into the other editor. Now I'm going to add some crew. Okay. Now we go to the boomerang launch. Donna, come and give it to me. There we go. Boomerang and go. No new messages. That's a shame, actually. There we go. Great. And now this one's bouncing up and down the... Didn't I actually... I did. So what's with you? Water strut heaviest part. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. That was not planned, but whatever. Details. So just give me this one. Just trying to test this out and have to figure this one out as well. Okay, now back you, rover, disengage this one. Wheels. Okay, you just okay, you're again stuck at this point probably. That's because you don't get enough traction from enough wheels, so you can just jump to this one and be like that. Or not. Explosions. Why are you going into the air by that? Kraken, I guess. And there's a tree. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, now you're out. What kind of joke is that? What kind of joke is that? You know what, I think we just have to figure something new, some other type of truck. This truck is the issue. If we go now back to the other hangar, I actually want to finish it up, but not when things are not ready yet. So well, there are actually a couple of issues. One, the launcher is glitchy as hell. Like that. The launcher is glitchy as hell. So you're going to go for you and auto strut you as well. Let's hope that actually helps. Next, I think actually let's go with one of the radial decoupler here with a bunch of struts to the moon. That's actually good, that's working. Can detach that before launching the rocket, that's fine. Next up, making you less glitchy in getting out. Well, the length of this thing is pretty much nothing we can change too much. The only thing we can frankly change is getting rid of that thing. Like crew cabin-ish. You moving you back here. And instead of this as a crew vantage point, you get some crew cabin Mark 1. Like I do want to have some crew on it. On the other hand, it might as well be like Mark 1 crew cabin. But that's... Ah, yeah, we can use this one and go to the site. There we go. Or maybe not this way around. Where is it? There. Where's the window? No, there's the window, and that means the window's no here. There we go, brilliant. Now I got this here. Because we actually, oh no, that was a stupid idea. Well, actually getting the docking port now here and using it via this one could work as well without this entire weird contraption, but since we've already done that and it is working, might as well continue using it. Going to move all the wheels just a tiny bit inside to make it a bit smaller. There you go. Now let's hope that this works, and now let's actually test it out on this runway first. Do we have some crew in the pass? No, no crew nowhere. Okay, so let's just take 2 crew members and check it out. Okay, brilliant. Let's slap on the brakes immediately. You go down to probably approximately 80. Let's go 83. That's good. You're already open. Let's open this as well in the meantime while we go and the couple. No. Yes. No. Disengage brakes. In that case, this way. There we go, now we got it working. Brilliant. Actually, I would prefer having you as a control point. Brakes need a bit more power here. Okay, good. Then first up we have actually you. Decouple. Then angle being 3%. Next up we need these two in the same stage. And 3, 2, 1, launch. What's wrong with you? Why are you not engaging? Okay, weird. You were working, you are working. Let's revert to launch this time. Okay, again, actually the more interesting part is, well, you're working, that's something we've already established. The coupling node, jumping back to you, and be like control from here, please. Use SAS, come back, disable brakes. Wait, stop it. That's not gonna work. It's not going to work, right? So getting this one down now. You can, like I said, get out of the cargo bay. Brilliant. Now you go brakes. Next up is, let's go bit smaller traverse rate and target angle 3. Decouple. Get rid of that. Now you're up. In that case, first we're gonna stage you. 3, 2, 1. And off goes the rocket. Brilliant. There we go. And here we go, just pretty much we can. That's a good trajectory, frankly speaking. Maybe a bit much thrust here. Let's see if we can get this one into orbit just as a test flight here. Yeah, I shouldn't have throttled up that much in the beginning. No, it had such a brilliant, perfect first approach. Now it just wasn't paying attention. And small little boost here. Okay, so somehow it's still connected to this one here. You still have this. The first thing what the like, what's wrong in the staging? The staging is so messed up here. Well, in that case, revert to, I don't know. Actually, let's revert back to the spaceplane hangar and smack it onto the boomerang launch site, and then we can take off and go and bring it to the moon. No, not quite. You actually deployment limiter 82%. Make you close, and you be same. Great. Then we can save you, and you can change editor. Take you, be like this, and add crewmen. Like, well, yeah, like this. And boomerang launch site launch. Now I'm going to quickly jump over to my recording software and start a recording streaming software, and recording software at the same time. And then stop. Wait, no, my Kerbal Space Program just crashed. Gotta be kidding me, come on. You can do this. No, you can do this, KSP. I trust in you. You can do this. Come on, KSP, you can do that. And yes, there we go. Well done, KSP. Oh great, that's really a brilliant beginning for a video, right? I started the video recording, and KSP just was about to crash, and I have no clue why. But my keyboard's not responding. Brilliant. Wait, let's... There you go. Oh great, my key bindings are not working. That's just perfect. My Z and X key, for max and minimum, like max thrust, no thrust. I really like those. Not working. Perfect, thank you, great. No. Whoa, careful. Okay, we got off this one. Now just... Well, okay, we can turn this way. I just want to go north, okay? North. I think just taking off straight will be the easier one. And then to try and turn around, right? No. Okay, let's try turning through our right. So we go thrust 0, thrust 0, thrust 0, removing the brakes, and I have no clue why my... we are already pointing north. Well, in that case, stop it, and... What's wrong with you? I don't want to have all the pop-ups here. That's a... Oh, really? Now it's bugged? You gotta be kidding me, right? Okay, let's go and... Okay. Now going to press F5, yes, quick save 1. Press F9 to... Like, you gotta be kidding me, you can't even quick save without me having to look into this one. That's just ridiculous. Where is quick save number 1? Q, quick save number 1, gear 44, that's probably good. Really buggy right now. Okay, so the crash earlier was really somehow a bit of a crash. Well, at least it screwed something up with the KSB. There we go. Okay, so we have control from here. Brilliant. Okay, we're pointing north in that case. And my key bindings work again. Brilliant. Time for it. Well, first we go straight through a tree because, well, KSP, and then we go up on the first bump. We lose a wing. I don't know why. We haven't touched anything. Just the wing decided to be like, nope. What's that supposed to be like? Nope. And the wing just goes flying. It's just ridiculous. That's just KSB for you. Okay, come on. Like, what the... Why? I just pressed F9. Why did you restore this quick save? This was something you were not supposed to see, actually. This is from my project, from my new project that I've been working on. So, this sounds again like this one. Well, in that case, let's do this one. We are like quick save 1. Okay, well, luckily you can still manually select the quick saves. Oh, that's good. But yeah, so as a small spoiler, my new video project that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks is on Eve. So, if you've watched this far, congratulations on that. So, let's go again for control from here, and you don't have to be that worried. I'm going to pitch up from the start. And come on, gain altitude. Brilliant. And off we go. I hope it's not too dark, actually. No, the YouTube preview is somewhat bright enough for YouTube, actually. For YouTube. Huh. And I just have to fly all the way up there. So, let's go for a quick save. It's probably called quick save 1. And now we can just use time warp. If I'm going to make a video out of this, there will be probably a cut here, so brilliant. I would really love to go for triple time warp, but I'm really afraid the thing might tear itself apart. Okay, it works, brilliant! Nice. So that's at least making it a bit manageable. And we're flying quite fast, like Mach 2. Let's have a look here, and we're starting to have some re-entry effects! I mean, we could actually go into not suborbital, but just a very high altitude flight. If things continue like that. That looks rather good. Okay, so just the Rapiers are working. I mean, the Rapiers are working. Whoa, and the Rapiers kick in with rocket mode. I just thought about changing them back, but that's good. That's a really decent flight here, really. That's pretty decent. Oh, and look at the moon. The moon. And we're out of LFO. Well, of oxidizer, frankly speaking. I hope that's nothing from our... Oh, great, you're not using that one. Okay, let's stop this one. And we have to be like... Switch mode. It's all back, and there you go. No, you don't have to point road, right? You just have to, frankly speaking, point up in order to reduce your goddamn velocity. Otherwise, these wings will probably poof, 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 burn up there. Let's go to authority limit. Seems like the Rapiers are actually back online. Firing up the Rapiers as a third thrust. Nice to have a bit of authority. Well, no, all four. Well, all 8 engines are back online. Brilliant. Just go pitch up in order to reduce the vertical velocity. Go back into a regular flight. I hope it's stable though. The roll is unintentional there. We have a really good roll control actually at these high speeds if they only have the outermost control surfaces set up to roll control, or the roll control authority on positive. Pitching up. I'm gonna do another mid-flight quick save here. That's pretty good here. Let's have a look. We still need to fly like, yeah, pretty much 80% of what we've already passed, so that might actually take a while. However, we are starting to get into the polar region here, with all these big mountains and such. We could, on the other hand, try landing instead of daylight, what I'd like to do, in the dark here. Well, dark is relative actually. We have already sun here. Okay, we are also 13 kilometers up. This shows the ground level. Let's throttle up back to 1/3, and let's land along this long ridge line here. Still close enough to our current position and to the North Pole and to pretty much everything. I don't need the information about the KSS, thank you. So yeah, I mean, in flying from the Boomerang launch site makes a lot more sense than flying from the KSC itself all up there. I mean, that's like 2/3 of the way, or at least, well, 2/3, well, not quite 2/3, but pretty close to 2/3 of the way already, kind of, then. And we made a pretty big jump from here to this point here, so pretty much another quarter or so from the way from the equator, almost even more, just with the liquid fuel and oxygen, kind of with this high altitude jump, rocket propelled jump. And now we are pretty much on the North Pole biome, at least. Well, this is the North Pole in terms of, I don't know, weird kind of thing showing up, but details. So you're gonna cut our throttle since we've already figured out that slowing this craft down is a bit tedious. Give you, well, actually you also have some roll authority. Smack this one up, go for F5 to have a good landing, quick save, to still work on the approach as well as the final touchdown itself. Great. I'm not going to nosedive, so since we're already flying that way, why not just take the velocity and bring it a bit closer to this weird contraption. Just don't pull up too hard, otherwise you might break off a wing or two. And we don't want to fly on one wing and a prayer, we want to fly on 2 wings. So yeah. Who's the captain? Vasya Kerman. Okay, Vasya Kerman is going to make a call throughout the cabin. Dear Cubernauts, we are approaching our landing site. Please stow away your snacks and seat in your seatbelts. Since we're Kerbals, we might actually have a rather hard landing. Thank you! Thank you for flying with, I don't know, oh really, I really just touched up the ASCII just a tiny bit. Well, that's really one of the bad things, or one of the, how's it called, downsides of these big wings. Wait, what? I mean, I just loaded a quick save and the wing was already detached. Like, what kind of joke is that? Like, really? Just looking at the stream footage right now, since the stream footage is just a tiny bit. Well, there's a small delay, and then we have Minmas. Min, if you could zoom a bit out, well, that's not gonna help a lot. Minmas, burning plane. Let's smack on the air brakes. Are they actually working now? They need to be actually deployed that way. Well, they are working, obviously. They're deploying, creating a lot of drag. Back to my landing story. I don't know, like flying on 2 wings and a prayer. No, on 2 wings and not on 1 wing with a prayer. That's it. Let's actually overfly this small ridge, or so should we try touching down right next to it? That's good, right next to it. Why not? So we're still supersonic. Even though I've cut through, I don't know, like 7 kilometers up. So it is a massive and aerodynamically rather good plane, I must say. That's maybe some more stretch for the wings, and then everything's brilliant. And the other thing, yeah, right, where's the undercarriage? Oh, you already have 200% braking force. Brilliant. Perfect. You're on max, and you starting to decelerate. We're starting to hit lower atmosphere. I'm starting to pitch up, but okay, great, coming in for landing. Actually, we're still rather fast. 200 meters per second. I want to touch down with 150 at maximum. Wait, there's some weird surface features. Or are those trees? Weird trees, that's for sure. Okay, so coming in full landing. And that's still rather good control. And come on. Man, just and no, touchdown. There you go. Brilliant. Oh, no, don't tip over, don't tip. Whoopa. It's only one of the 2 brakes at 100. You shut down. I don't want to have shut engines running when I toggle them off. So like, are you at 100%? Yes. Well, anyways. Okay, so brilliantly we've landed. Great. Let's go for another quick save. And time to deploy our cargo. Weird contraption, but it's working. So the couple node, switch to a new vessel, let it roll out all the way. The command pod is kind of almost on the ground. That's weird. And you should actually be controlling from here, not from the command pod, but that's a detail. Okay. Why have I actually parked this thing so far away from the plane? I'm gonna go and do a screenshot for a nice thumbnail, since I think this is actually worth making out a stream highlights video for probably tomorrow. Well, in terms of until I've done that, completed editing it, and this and that, and beep up details. So I'm probably gonna actually cut this part out. Okay, so we're gonna do one screenshot like this without it opening up, and the second screenshot is going to be, let's go for another F5, since I might actually revert to this one without having deployed. So I want to have a deployed screenshot. That means we have to go for traverse rate less and angle 3. You start going on your angles and you decouple. Exactly, that's why brakes are pretty good here. Is that already 3 degrees? Really? Let's go for... Well, we can't actually do this one anymore. Traverse right like that. Anyways, let's make another screenshot like this. We have nice flag here in the background. Brilliant. Now I'm definitely gonna revert the following one, but this is just gonna revert to the quick save. But I want to test. Well, test is the wrong. That's here. So this contraption is so weird. The staging. So give me this one. Wait, why don't you have any electricity? Control from here is definitely you have control. Next step is give me one electric charge. How does your battery life looks like? Well, yours is pretty much dead, I know. Oh, really? Do you have to do this slow? That's a pain. I don't care. You're just gonna figure that out, okay? Well, thanks for again not working deer staging. That's exactly what I meant. The staging here is a mess. Even though the staging kind of, yeah, like the staging overview on the left shows me the engine will be fired first and then it will be deployed, not the other way around. But it seems like people don't care about what's actually written down in this traverse rate 4 in the staging here, because the next stage, yeah, this is the next stage. I'm fine with that. Well, there we go. Now it goes up. Might as well actually increase the braking force on these wheels here. So first up is the engine, then we have the decoupler, then we've got the next decoupler, and then we have the goddamn next engine, okay? Probably not gonna work anyways, but no, that looks a lot more upright. Let's go for this screenshot here. Print screen. Brilliant. Okay, now again the entire process here from taking control of this. Just gonna trust that you have enough control from here. Brilliant. And now we go for activate engine. Give me the decoupler just like that. It'll be like 3, 2, 1. Well, I don't really want to go for full throttle, but since we're already at that one, thrust limiter, let's go for 65% is more than enough thrust. So 3, 2, 1. Actually, it worked with taking over control of that thing. Brilliant. So yeah, now we've got the rocket ICBM going up. That's a complete success. Obviously, we're going to return back, well, revert, since this is just a test. Is it a test? Or have we already acquired our next target? Just kidding, no. That's literally the only thing I've actually planned on doing. Maybe not. You're leaning a bit fast. If we go now and follow the prograde marker just a tiny bit more. And there we have again Mun and Minmus. Brilliant, right? Let's stop this one. Now we have next up. Let's see. Will that work out? No, it will not. I can see. Oh, it did! I can't believe it. Wait, you should actually point towards. Oh, I figured that you might need some fins on this stage actually. Could be nice having some fins on this stage, right? We're about to go down again, come on. There we go. So some fins or an SAS core. Well, for the second iteration of ICBMs. Okay. Mental note is made. But that's really weird with the nav ball turning around underneath you. Let's not go for such huge orbit. And we can actually deploy the fairing just a second. Let's first go and get ourselves to a real orbit, not just a makeshift suborbital trajectory type of thingy. That's so weird with the entire nav ball and so turning underneath you. And we actually don't have quite enough thrust for such a high. Well, no, we're just short. Well, no, we're not short. We can be like deploying super secret satellite. Bing! No, we're probably already in orbit. No, not quite. Okay, in that case. Nope. Wait, now I have to pick this one here. Actually, that works. And that's what I meant with we have enough maneuvering capabilities with that. I mean, we use now a quarter of our fuel, and we raised our repair apsis from 44k to 100, well 200 pretty much. If we go now this, there we go, like maneuvering. Brilliant. Okay, so this is frankly a total success. So today's video in that case as well, is a total success. So thank you guys very much for watching this video, and until next time, Spaceship signing out. I'm gonna cancel the video. No, you gotta be kidding me. I stopped the video somewhere in between. You gotta be... No, that's just a bad joke, really. Oh, come on. Wait, F9 is actually the start and the stop for the video. I just Oh, god damn it. So the quick save reload from the previous... Like, everything was recorded until what? So the landing is check. The detachment of the rocket is check. Doing a screenshot there. And then what's the last part of it? The deployment sequence. Okay, so just the deployment sequence. So in that case, wait, why is the stream just... Okay, great. Let's go back to this one. Now the recording should work again. Probably. Yeah, that's now for the video's sake. I'm gonna do it a couple of seconds again. Double checking. Okay, so let's do this one again, a bit more reasonable. We can first get the touch this one. Then we can go for what? Wrong slider. Go like this. Target angle, and then we can reduce the this one. Brilliant. This one's ready. Control from the probe core from here, and then we can go activate engine and launch in 3, 2, 1, and lift off, making throttle down immediately to have a less ridiculous thrust to weight ratio and accelerate through the atmosphere too fast. So that way we have a perfect success of our ICBM launcher. Well, in terms of the track, being able to drive around, being able to get this rocket upright, and of course of the cargo plane, aka transport plane, which can fly us pretty much wherever we want to. Just the North Pole is a good special place. And explosions. Some debris. Okay, weird. Thanks for that. Great. And well, the launcher is working. Well, the ICBM itself is working brilliantly. Going now up into space, even though I'm going to revert that flight back so that we have it ready, standing by on the, well, at the North Pole. So on this note, this is perfectly successful mission, perfectly successful stream. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, Spaceship signing out. So that way we've got this ICBM launcher complete, and we can just revert, and everything is good. Now onto the real stream. Thank you guys, everyone as well for watching, and I'm gonna stop the stream here. Well, it was 2 hours. It was bloody 2 hours. Even though the like third sentence or so in the very beginning was, "I'm not gonna do another 2 hour stream," but it's 2 hours. So yeah. Um, Thanks for sticking around for so long. I guess you should trust me if I say I'm not gonna do something. I'm gonna do it. Actually, that's actually a positive thing, isn't it? Well, anyways, we can talk about that a different time. So, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, Spaceship signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day.